Are you frustrated with online dating? Confused by all the new apps and fancy dating sites? Do you find yourself choosing the wrong person again and again? Well, studies show that hiring a dating coach can maximize your online dating experience. So no worries, I've got you. And I've created a virtual course called Doing Dating Right. It's a 5-video series that you can complete at your own pace in your own space, right at home. How to write your online dating bio, pick that perfect picture, and so much more. Want more info? Go to my website at jenniferhurwitz.com. Again, it's jenniferhurwitz.com. Good morning. Good morning. This is Doing Relationships Right. It's a Friday. It's a Just Jen. I'm very excited about this. And I have to tell you that, okay, I have to tell you, sorry, I had to pause for a minute because I had to make sure my microphone was working, and it is. Okay, so I have to tell you that I'm super excited about this episode because it's a micro episode, of course, and I like to pick a topic, a subject that sometimes either I hear about in my Facebook group, my Doing Relationships Right Facebook group, or I did a reel on it maybe on Facebook, or I mean on Instagram, and it got a lot of like feedback or kickback or whatever you want to call it, or response. But this one is for people in relationships. I like to go back and forth between dating people or relationships or marriage or divorce, whatever. So this one is how to show your love without saying a word. So, like, a lot of people are words people. A lot of people are signs of affection. Like, if you're talking about love languages, what's it, acts of kindness or physical touch or blah blah blah. I'm a words person, right? So I like to hear words. I like for people to use their words when they're talking to me and say how they feel and tell me I'm pretty. And that doesn't make me needy, by the way. People are like, "Oh, words people are so needy." No, I'm not needy. I just That's my love language. I like to tell people. I also like to share with my boyfriend. I like to tell him how much I appreciate him. I like to tell him what he means to me. But it's really funny. Through the years, since he doesn't use his words, and I do, I've kind of stopped using my words lately because I'm like, you know what? If he's not going to use his words, I'm not going to use mine. Well, that's not right, but it's just, kind of how it goes. I think, it's strange. Love languages are very strange to me. I don't know. I think I'm going to do some more research on them. Anywho, this is my like 5 things that you can do how to show your love without saying a word. Okay, because it's really hard for me to not use my words. So I thought that I'd try it and think about some things that are ways to show that you don't use them. Okay. So first of all, for me, it's putting down your phone. For me, it's I cannot stand, and I'm not sure if this is other people or just me. I know it drives my mom crazy as well, so I can say this. um, when I'm talking to someone and they pick up their phone or they're on their phone and they don't put it down. Now, if I walk into the room and my boyfriend's on his phone and is doing something, I'll say, "Hey, are you busy? Or are you posting something? Or are you reading something? Can you tell me when you're done? And I'd love to talk to you." And he even gets snippy then. He's like, "Ugh, like, you hate when I'm on my phone." Well, no, I don't hate when you're on your phone, but I'm going to wait for you to finish before I talk to you. I'm not going to talk to you. We're not going to start a conversation while you're doing something on your phone. I'd rather wait for you to be done so that I have your full attention, because nobody deserves to talk to, that nobody deserves to have to, you know, have a conversation with somebody and then they say later, "Oh, I didn't hear half your conversation because I was on the phone." You know what I mean? Like, I want your attention. And I think that, like, that's anybody. I think anybody deserves, you know, the attention. I'm not asking him to get off his phone. What I asked was, "Are you done?" I wasn't being mean. I'm saying, like, "Are you done?" Or when you're done doing what you're doing, can you talk? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, um, if someone's constantly on their phone in a relationship, if you're with someone who can't put down their phone, I think that's just shitty. So for me, um, showing your love, a way to show your love for anybody is to just put down your phone and be present. I think being present in a relationship is really, really important. I know that when I was married, um, I felt that way. I felt like my husband could not put down his phone. Like, no matter what we did, he was always texting somebody. Now, whether it was work, whether it was whoever, I don't know, I'll never know. But, like, I mean, he wouldn't put down his phone. And I was always like, that's just, it's just not only rude, but just like it shows me that he doesn't want to be present in our space together. So he doesn't like me. Like that's just immediately how I felt. I felt like I wasn't important enough to be present, for him to be present. So for me, that's a big thing. Like putting down your phone shows without saying a word how much you love me, right? Number two is and this is kind of like you have to use your words for this, but I think that it's also something that instead of um, asking someone to do something um, or or snapping at them or being like, I can't believe you didn't do this. How about asking for your partner's advice about something, but then actually listening to it? So instead of, it's not the asking part, it's the listening part. So instead of, sometimes I'll call up Jim and I'll say, oh my God, I can't believe, and and I'll start like, giving him all the shit, something bad that happened. And then he wants to give me advice, but then I don't really care what he says. Right. How about like I'll call him up or calling up your spouse or your person, your SO, your significant other and saying, hey, I'd love your advice on, do you mind? Can I get your advice on, or what do you think about this? And then actually listening to what they say and then actually following through with the advice they give you. I think that's a sign that you respect their opinion, and B, you're actually going to like respect them enough to listen to their opinion and follow through with it. I think that's huge. Um, I don't know. That's for me. I think that when someone actually like even if I'm helping Jim with like, I don't know, his Instagram account that he has 127,000 followers on, right? If I make a graphic for him or if I have a piece of advice that I give him about it and he follows through with it and he actually posts the graphic or he actually takes the advice that I give him, I'm like, oh my God, it's a sign of like respect or love or, you know what I'm saying? It's like he actually followed through. Wow. Number three, how about being supportive? Just being supportive. There's no words necessary, but just like being supportive, being there, showing up. Your spouse has a special event or is singing in a choir or is giving a speech or maybe they're going to the doctor and they're scared to go and they just don't want to be alone and you show up that day. You put something else aside for your partner's for your partner. You show up, you're supportive, you're their cheerleader, you're taking time to um, be there, to be supportive and be in their life. And that's just a way to say I love you. I think it's just says it speaks volumes, right? To be supportive. And I know that I don't know. My guy does that all the time. He's super supportive of everything I do, which I just think that's amazing. If you can find someone who can be supportive of the stuff that you do and puts you first in certain situations, I think that that's a keeper. Number four, how about don't sweat the small stuff? Um, the sock that's on the ground or on the floor in the bedroom, um, the dish that's left in the sink, the annoying little minutia that goes on during the day. Maybe like get over it. Don't maybe don't say it. Don't bring it up. Don't be like, oh my God, I can't believe you left your toothbrush laying on the counter and whatever again. Maybe just pick it up. Maybe just put it away. Maybe you just pick up that sock off the floor and you throw it in the laundry basket. And maybe you don't say anything. You're quiet and you keep it to yourself and you walk away with a smile on your face and you know that that little thing, it's not a reflection on you, right? He didn't leave that sock on the floor because he doesn't like you. He left the sock on the floor because it doesn't mean that much to him. That sock is not it's not, it's not a lack of disrespect, although some people do think it is a lack of disrespect, like he doesn't respect you enough to pick up the freaking towel on the floor. I don't think that's what it is. I think that he just left the towel on the floor. I don't think you need to give the towel that much energy. Don't give the towel that much value to take away something in your relationship. Fuck it, it's a towel on the floor. If it bothers you that much, pick the damn thing up and move on, right? Um, I think you can show your love by just not bitching all the time, right? Or guys, by not like, how about you pick up the towel? That's another sign of love. Like, maybe you don't say a word. Maybe you don't, maybe when she does say to you, gosh, I wish you pick up the towel, you just say, okay, or gotcha. Or maybe you do the kitchens, maybe you do the dishes in the sink that day. Um, don't sweat the small stuff. Get over it. And number five for me um, is making the time for each other, making the time, like really honestly making the time, setting aside time for each other in your relationship shows that you A, care about each other, B, that you are investing in your relationship, um, and C, that you are respecting each other and you want your relationship to work because all you have is time, y'all, right? So I don't know. And maybe it's not about like spending time watching TV, sitting on the couch. It's about time doing something that maybe the other person likes to do. Or maybe it's time talking about something that happened during their day. Maybe it's once a week sitting down and asking each other, hey, how are you doing? Like, what can we work on in our relationship? What's going right? Or maybe it's making time to have sex and intimacy, and maybe it's just about the time. So I don't know. Those are 5 things that I thought about that really show love to each other, that shows each other that you love each other, and you don't have to say a word. So I thought that was a kind of a good one. So that's a Just Jen today. And it's 10 minutes exactly, which I love because it's a micro episode. And I like to keep them short and sweet. But you should think about it today. Think about how you can show your love to your partner without saying a word. Keep your mouth quiet instead of just saying I love you, because I love you doesn't mean I love you. Like saying I love you all the time, like I love you, I love you, I love you, that's not enough. I don't think it's enough. And I think that you have to do more than that in a relationship. Sometimes I think words are not enough. Just my opinion. And I'm going to stick to it. Of course I am. So that's that. And have a wonderful weekend. Do something fabulous. Maybe go out with your SO, your significant other, and please wear a mask, and please vaccinate, and please be careful and keep safe. And Delta variant. Yuck. Boo. And yes, so I hopefully next month I'll see you all in Hilton Head safely. October 22nd through the 24th. Once again, I am doing the Mrs2Me Summit with my girls over at My Divorce Solution. If you'd like more information on that, you can find it A, in the show notes, B, the link in my bio, or C, at mydivorcesolution.com. Everybody have a wonderful day. You can find me at jenniferhurwitz.com. Peace, love, and so much truth. Have a good one, guys.